are you ready for math today? All right, we're going to have 2 pages to do today, so make sure you have page 59 and 60 out. All right, now we've got 4 word problems. Number 1, number 2, number 3, and then on page 60 we have number 4, and then a review time down here, okay? All right, so Gmaw's going to help you with these problems, okay? So let's look at word problem number 1. Remember the steps we take. When the twins were on their nature walk with Mom, they found 6 red leaves and 3 orange leaves on their front yard. How many leaves did they find all together? Okay, so our question is wanting to find how many leaves they found. So let's circle the numbers that go with leaves. There's 6 and there's 3. And our clue word is all together. That means to add. So let's write it. 6 plus 3 equals, what does that equal? Nine leaves. Make sure you always tell us what it means. You have to, this is called a label. We always have to put a label there so we know what we're doing. Let's look at problem number 2. Charlie decided to use all orange leaves for his project, but Charlotte loved the golden leaves. There were 10 orange leaves in a pile on Charlie's desk and 7 golden leaves on Charlotte's desk. How many more leaves does Charlie have than Charlotte? Okay, so the question is about leaves. So let's circle the numbers that talk about leaves. 10 orange ones and 7 gold. Let's look for our clue words. How many more? What does that mean to do? It means minus, right? Okay, so when it's minus, what number goes first? The biggest number. So let's write it this way. We're writing our equation. 10 minus 7 equals, can you tell me what that equals? Did you get 3? Good. What's our label? 3 what? Leaves. 3 leaves. Now, so does this make sense? Does this problem make sense? So Charlie wanted orange, and he had 10 orange ones, and Charlotte wanted gold, and she had 7. So he had more than her, but how many more did he have than her? He had 3 more leaves than she did. That means that if she got 3 more leaves, she would have the same as he, right? All right, let's look at word problem number 3. Mom combined her pile of 5 red leaves to a pile of 4 orange leaves. How many leaves does Mom have all together? Okay, so our question is about leaves. So let's circle our numbers that talk about leaves and look for our clue word is how many and then all together. That means plus, right? All right, so let's put our numbers where they go. So here's our equation. What would our answer be? Did you get 9? 9 what? We have to put our label. 9 leaves. Good. Did you get that? Now, so if Mom had 5 red ones and 4 orange ones, could it be possible that she had 9 leaves altogether? Yeah, that makes good sense, doesn't it? We always have to check and make sure it makes sense when we get our answer. All right, let's look at this one. This looks like a big one. So we're going to have to be very careful when we read this one. When Dad came home from work that day, he announced that the leaves he found on lunch break were the most beautiful he had ever seen. They came from an oak tree by the front door of the house Dad is helping to build. The leaves that he placed on the table were almost golden honey-colored. There were 9 large ones and 6 smaller ones. How many more large leaves than small leaves are there from the oak tree? All All right, this is a long word problem. So that means we're going to have to be very careful with this one. So let's look back and see what the question was. Now, Dad came home and he had all these leaves. We know that. So let's find what the question is, what we're looking for. How many more large leaves than small leaves from the oak tree? Okay, so we're looking for leaves. So let's go up here and see if we find numbers that talk about leaves. Let's see. Okay, here's 9 leaves it's talking about and 6. Okay, good. All right, now let's look for our clue words. How many more? Clue, clue, clue. What does how many more mean? Minus. Well, when we do minus, what number goes first? The bigger number. So let's put 9 minus 6. Can you tell me what that equals? Did you say 3? Good. And what 3 what? We've got to label it 3 leaves. All of these were about leaves, weren't they? Now let's make sure it makes sense. So Dad found 9 big leaves and 6 little ones. How many more large ones than small ones? Okay, so he found 9 big ones and 6 small ones. So that means he found 3 more big ones than he did small ones. So that makes pretty good sense, right? Yeah, I think so. All right. Are you ready to divide these shapes? We're going to do a review. Now, let's read the instructions before we do it, okay? So we're going to divide these shapes. What's this? Rectangle, triangle, circle, and a square. We're going to divide these shapes into equal fractions. We're going to make 2 of them half and 2 of them 1/4. And then we're going to color the half orange and the 1/4 red. All right, so can we divide this triangle into 4 equal parts? No, we cannot. So that means, but we can divide it into half, right? Okay, we're going to divide that into half. Now, can we divide this one into 4ths? Yeah. Could this one be divided into 4ths? Yeah. This one? Yeah. So they can, all of these can be divided into 4ths, but this one cannot be, right? We got to do one more into half. Which one do you want to do half? Let's do the square half. We could do 4th, but we're just going to do half. Okay, it has to be equal on both sides. Okay, now the rectangle and the circle, we're going to do 4ths. So let's divide it by 4ths. Now see, now there's 4 equal parts. And then the rectangle, let's divide this into 4ths. 4 equal parts. Okay, actually they're not totally equal, but we'll just play like they are. Now the rest of it says color the half orange and the 4th red. So this one, color one section of a 4th red. And here's another 4th. We're going to color one section red. And then the half, we have to color orange. So let's color 1/2 orange. You can color better than that. I can't color very good using a mouse. Color it orange. It should look kind of like that. Okay? All right. I want you to finish up that page and then make sure you do your math facts. Okay? All right. That's all for today.